Welcome to Barbara's Bulletin, the podcast that brings you the latest news and updates from around the world. We start with a significant development from Indonesia, where a high-profile corruption case has led to the conviction of Nadiem Anwar Makarim, one of the co-founders of ride-hailing and payments giant Gojek. Makarim, who served as Indonesia's education minister during the COVID-19 pandemic, was found guilty of abusing his authority by pushing for the purchase of Google Chromebook laptops for schools. This decision, according to prosecutors, was influenced by Google's consideration of an investment in Gojek's parent company. The Jakarta Corruption Court sentenced Makarim to 10 years in prison and ordered him to repay approximately $45.2 million, representing the value of Google's investment in PT Aplikasi Karya Anak Bangsa. Additionally, he was fined about $55,870. The court's decision noted that Makarim's actions were deliberate, structured, and systematic, exacerbating the situation during a critical time for the education sector. It's worth noting that while the prosecution argued for an 18-year sentence, the judges reduced the penalty considering Makarim's age and the potential for rehabilitation. The trial has been closely watched, with many supporters of Makarim attending the proceedings. Makarim has denied any wrongdoing and plans to appeal the verdict. This case highlights the ongoing challenges in combating corruption and ensuring transparency in government dealings, especially when it involves significant corporate interests. As we continue to follow this story and its implications for Indonesia and beyond, we'll keep you updated on any developments. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're discussing two significant stories today that have far-reaching implications for citizenship and identity. Our first story highlighted a controversy in India surrounding the issuance of passports and their role as proof of citizenship. Now, we're shifting our focus to the United States, where the Supreme Court is set to rule on a landmark case regarding birthright citizenship. The concept of birthright citizenship is enshrined in the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which states that all persons born or naturalized in the United States are citizens. However, President Donald Trump has long argued that this policy is ridiculous and has sought to restrict it through executive orders. The Supreme Court's ruling today will determine the legality of these efforts. It's essential to understand the complexities of this issue, as it affects not only the lives of individuals but also the fabric of our society. On one hand, proponents of birthright citizenship argue that it is a fundamental right guaranteed by the Constitution and a cornerstone of American identity. On the other hand, critics contend that it can be exploited by those seeking to take advantage of the system. As we await the Supreme Court's decision, it's crucial to consider the potential implications for families, communities, and the nation as a whole. Will the ruling uphold the traditional interpretation of birthright citizenship, or will it pave the way for significant changes to our immigration policies? The Indian passport controversy and the U.S. birthright citizenship debate may seem like distinct issues, but they share a common thread: the quest for a clear understanding of what it means to be a citizen. As we navigate these complex discussions, it's essential to approach them with empathy, nuance, and a commitment to fairness. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we wrap up today's show, let's take a closer look at the complex situation unfolding in Iran. The country is navigating a delicate internal debate about its foreign policy, particularly with regards to its relationship with the United States. Recent developments suggest that a pragmatic current within the Iranian government may be gaining ground, but this advantage is contingent and vulnerable to disruption by hardliners. The new supreme leader appears to be building domestic support for a potential deal, while Washington has reportedly softened its stance on key demands such as zero enrichment and uranium transfer abroad. A proposed two-stage framework could bring an end to the fighting and reopen the strategic Hormuz waterway, with nuclear issues addressed in a subsequent phase. However, spoilers within the Iranian system retain significant influence, including media platforms, parliamentary leverage, and security bureaucracy. These hardliners can increase the cost of compromise, potentially fracturing any deal before it yields results. To mitigate this risk, the United States may need to provide tangible benefits that pragmatists can point to, such as access to frozen assets or other concrete concessions. As the situation continues to evolve, it's essential to recognize that the Iranian regime's internal dynamics will play a crucial role in determining the outcome of any negotiations with Washington. The World Bank has already begun pricing in potential global consequences of escalation, underscoring the high stakes involved. In conclusion, the path forward for Iran and its relationship with the United States remains uncertain, with both cooperation and conflict possible. As we closely follow these developments, it's crucial to consider the complex interplay of internal Iranian politics and external diplomatic efforts. That's all for today's Barber's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay engaged!